Hey guys, this is the A Watson 10. I'm just going to give you a brief review of my airsoft AEG, the A&K MagPul Masada, and I'm just going to give you a brief overview of the stuff that I purchased with it, and for a whole total of $360, all this could be yours. First off, the bag that this is sitting on, it was part of the free gift system via Airsoft GI. This bag I got is a 34-inch Echo 1 bag. I like it. It's nice, gets the job done, houses the gun. Over here I have Aries mid caps, 140 rounds. Got 10 of those. They're selling for $60 off Airsoft GI. Down here we have the Intellect 9.6 mini type 1600 milliamp battery that I strongly recommend for this weapon. Intellect is known for making wonderful batteries. Also, before you guys get angry with me, I'm experiencing some audio problems with my recorder here. So if you have some sound drops, sorry. If you'd like, I'd make another review if you really want me to. Now let's get into the weapon here. This weapon here is selling for $264 on Airsoft GI. Right now, Airsoft GI is having a sale on the black version of this weapon for $200, which is really nice. You still get the free gift system, but the only thing is, it's only the black version. The tan version is still $264. Now, they say they sell the tan version, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you that they sell the Dark Earth version. They do not sell the tan, because, like I said, I bought tan magazines. This is not tan, people. Well, the magazine is, but the weapon isn't. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you, these magazines here are wonderful magazines. I have not had any feeding issues with these magazines whatsoever. Highly recommend them. There's no BB shake. They're just perfect all-around mags. Once again, these are Aries 140 round mid-cap magazines. Alright, now let's get over here into the stock. Sorry, I'm kind of doing this free-floated with this recorder here, so it may be a little bit shaky. This stock here is a retractable / folding stock. It is a 7-position stock. Hold on. There you go. 7-position folding stock. I usually run the stock fully extended. It comes with swivel mounts on the right and left side, and also a single point sling right here. There's no other sling mounts on this weapon whatsoever. They're all singles. So keep that in mind. This stock is also polymer. Now, this cheek rest here, I cannot get to deploy on my particular model. This cheek rest here is in-op because you have to have it fully extended. Plus, you have to pull and pull, and even though I'm doing this one-handed, and it looks like I'm not really trying, I have seriously sat down for hours trying to get this thing to deploy right, and I can't get it to come out. I mean, I don't know what the problem is, but I guess it's just my particular model. But if you're used to M4s and you're used to M4 style guns, you won't need this whatsoever. It functions just like an M4, stock-wise. All the way forward, there we go. Now, this also is folding stock, so what you do is you push this button here on the side, it slides over, and now you have a tractor style weapon. Now, as you can see here, the battery does not fold in here, but you have a buffer tube where you could hide, say, extra AA batteries if you had like a red dot or some other sight like that you could put in here. The battery goes in the handguard and not the stock, so therefore you have no wires exposed, you can't pinch them, you can't do anything with them. Wires are out there. Now, what's nice about it is you still have room here, so you can still use your ambidextrous parts on this weapon. You have an ambidextrous fire selector and mag release. Mag release is here, but it is also on this other side. You fold this back over, and that is the stock. Really nice stock. It doesn't have a locking mechanism here, but it is really nice as it doesn't move a lot. The spring in it is strong. Also, I'm going to move up here in the gun. I'm trying to keep this review as brief as possible, but if you would like for me to come back and do a more extensive one, please let me know. This right here is all polymer. This lower receiver here, this is metal. Now, the Airsoft GI will say full metal Masada. Well, it's not full metal. What they're talking about full metal is the internals. The internals are great. Version 2 gearbox, long type motor, metal upper receiver. Now, down here, this pistol grip here has a textured part right here and a textured here on the front of the magazine well. Now, people say that you need to upgrade the motor in an A&K gun. Now, that is true if you purchase an A&K saw. Saws are meant to put a lot of rounds downrange quickly to suppress the enemies. That's why they're called saws, squad assault weapons. Example of this would be an RPK, a M249, M240 Bravo, M240 Alpha, and stuff like that. You know, where your job is to put BBs downrange. But you need a stronger motor because this motor here only turns 700 to 800 rounds a minute, which I think is perfect for the assault role in a precision weapon. I say precision because this weapon is pretty dang accurate. Now, I'm only running something, like at most, I'll have a 360 round mag. Of course, I'll go and show you the mag here. It's really nice. It's got a clear hole here and a clear at the top. Show you how many BBs you have left, and it also says 5.56 right here at the top. Ain't that something? You might not be able to see it, but it's got a shape of a bullet, winding wheel at the bottom, made by MagPul. At most, that's how much as I have in mag. Now, every other time, I have a 140 round magazine. So if I'm chewing out 1,000 rounds a minute, I mean, that simple math will say I only have about 3 to 4 seconds of continuous fire with that magazine. So it's really not typical to have a weapon that shoots that fast. Plus, it'll wear out your internals quicker because there's a lot more. It goes a lot more RPM. Now, the gearbox, like I said, is really nice. Full metal internals, perfect. Love it. But if you would, like I said before, if you would like to change this motor, it is a long type motor. Now, as we get up in here, this is your dust cover on the actual weapon. Now, if you turn it over, there's your charging handle. Charging handle can be switched to the left or right side. When you pull it back, it exposes your hop-up. Now, right here is a slide type hop-up, which is normally found on AKs. AK-47s, AK-74s, RPKs, Dragunovs, stuff like that. Now, the thing is, though, is people are also saying about this weapon is you need to change the hop-up. The hop-up is garbage. I haven't had any problems with my hop-up. My hop-up has been pretty dang accurate. All right, I've lubed it a couple times. It's really nice. I really like it. I like the slide part of it because it combines the nice hop-up from an AK into an M4 style weapon that accepts M4 magazines, which is also A+. But the thing is, though, is if you're going to change it, the only other hop-up I've seen for this weapon is a CNC full metal one sold on evike.com. Airsoft GI does not sell it, except if you want to buy the full PTS inner barrel change and everything like that. But if you're going to buy that, the CNC full metal hop-up, you have to take this plastic slide off. Now, the thing about that is when you take the plastic slide off, it's really hard to get back on. Like, you can break this hop-up in the full metal one easy. I've had people come and tell me, how do I fix this? It's completely messed up. Well, of course, I'm not that big of a tech head myself. My friend Jarrett is. Go check him out on Telly County Airsoft. That channel. He hasn't put a lot of videos on there, but this friend that's on there is freaking hilarious. He's a cool guy. But he's the tech head. He knows how all this stuff works. I mean, you could bring him something, not even know what's wrong with it, and he'll fix it. So shout out to Jarrett. But the CNC full metal one, they still mess up, which I don't know how. But anyway, there is, I mean, that's it right there. But I mean, it's got nice little grooves on it. You really can't tell. But I mean, this is a pretty accurate hop-up. Not a lot of air escapes through the hop-up. Really nice. I enjoy it. Really good. Now let's go back up here to the top of this weapon here. At the top of the weapon here, we have a King Arms iron sight. I didn't put the original sight on this weapon due to the fact that I didn't like it. It's like a pinhole type sight. It's really hard to see through, and frankly I just don't like it. So I put a King Arms rear sight on it that was on my JG AUG A4, put it on here, works wonders, love it, great, like it. Now you'll be asking, why'd you put this bolt through here with this nut on it? Well, because my other one's stripped. Alright, it's stripped. It's Chinese pot metal, alright guys? I mean, it's not strong. So what it did is I took a 10/32 bolt, which is the same size as the original. That was 2.5 inches long. It went all the way through. Put this bolt down here on the side. Put this nut down here on the side. Tightened it to where this will no longer move, and it functions just like normal. The only difference is this is bright steel. It's really nice. This iron sight down here is the original that's on the weapon. It is really nice. It's flip up, fold down. What's really nice is it has its own little cubby hole, so when you fold it down, there is nothing obstructing your view here. And it even has a little guide, so if your battery dies and you're still looking through it, and before you switch to it, you know, I mean, it only takes a second to flip these sights, but while you're still shooting, you can still use this as kind of a guide. So aim here type thing, which I think was pretty nice. Glad they took that into consideration. If you guys are really into the EOTech and hollow sights type stuff, you can get a nice replica hollow sight for about $50 on Amazon.com. Knowing my luck, they will be tan, not dark earth, but they also sell the black version as well. Go ahead and check that out. Really nice. One of my friends bought one, Travis. He bought one for his M4. Looks pretty sick, so he tells me. I haven't seen it yet, but I'd imagine it does. But therefore, that works. Okay, now this is the time where I'll show you the ambidextrous bolt release. Sorry, the bag was in the way. But it sounds nice when it slams forward. I'm also going to go talk about the logos here. This is the MagPul PTS logo for training and simulation use only, made in China. Now, this gun came with a made in China sticker on the bottom here on the trigger guard, but they also put it up here. I took that off because, like, you know what? I'm American. I don't like China. Sorry, I do like the Chinese, but I'm more of an American manufacturer type guy. Made in China. Of course, that's where a lot of airsoft guns are made. But I would love for them not to have had that on there. I mean, it just doesn't look good, you know. Now, on the other side of the weapon, you have MagPul Military Industries Erie, Colorado Masada Caliber Multi. The reason why it's a multi-caliber is the real rifle is changeable calibers. It shoots a 7.62, or it also shoots the 5.56 by 45 millimeter NATO, the 223 caliber. Same as the M4. So they put that on there to stay true to the original weapon. The nice little holographic sticker here, as you can see. MagPul holographic sticker. I'm taking it off because, you know what, that looks pretty sick. I'm just going to wait for it to fall off. You know. There you go, that's the other side of the weapon. This charging handle, like I said, can be put on the left or right side, but I'll keep it over here because that way when I pull this over here, you know, I think it looks better on this side. Oh, and there is your iron sights, completely straight down. Alright, now we'll flip the weapon back over here on the side, and now we'll talk about the battery compartment. Now the battery compartment in the handguard is in the handguard of this weapon. It's a mini type connector. I strongly recommend this 9.6 that I talked about earlier. Strongly recommend it. Great rounds per minute. I mean, I know, like I said earlier, it's kind of contradictory, but I mean, I want as max as I can out of that because, I mean, if I do get rushed, I want that. But this is an assault rifle. You don't need to shoot 1,000, but it will shoot the 7 to 800 that it shows. If you use an 8.4, I'll say you'll get about 650 out of this weapon. We're going to have a chrono to verify that, but I mean, that's normally how it goes. Sorry again for the shaky. But inside the handguard there is where your battery goes. And I would take this off, but this is pretty difficult to remove. This pin here to take out your take off your handguard. Which is good and bad. Bad because I don't have the tools right now to show you guys what the inside of this looks like in the quick change barrel system that is advertised. But it's good because it won't fall out. You know, it won't fall out during a battle, and you won't lose your handguard retaining pin, and your handguard won't slide off the front. Same with your barrel, or same with your battery. So it's really nice. No, it does not come with any Picatinny rails or anything to put on the side. I would go so far as to say you could buy some rails and put on here. But if you really didn't want to do that and you wanted to get another handguard, it has to be made by MagPul, because it has this steel thing that goes through here that holds on to the handguard, holds it in place, and then you got a pin that goes through and runs through this thing here and connects into the handguard for your pin to go through. But if you're going to change the handguard, sorry about that, if you're going to change your handguard, I mean, that kind of ruins the whole look of the Masada. I mean, the handguard itself is what makes a Masada look like a Masada. So if you're going to do that, just go with a scar, like VFC scar. Do not get the D-Boy scar. It is garbage. But, you know, that's just it with the handguard. I wouldn't put a lot of attachments on this weapon personally anyway. I like it. Then you go down here, and this is the ugly flash hider. Now, Airsoft GI also advertised in the video that was made back in 2009 that, you know, stuff could have changed. But in the United States, it is illegal to sell this weapon or any Airsoft replica or firearm replica without an orange flash hider. Now, Airsoft GI advertised a full metal, aggressive looking flash hider that comes with the gun. Yeah, I'd like to have had that, but, you know, it is what it is. But you can easily take it off here with a 14mm, it's a 14mm counterclockwise threaded barrel. But you take this out here with a small Allen key or Allen wrench, whatever you want to call it, Allen's tool. You take that off, unscrew it, put you on another flash hider. Problem solved with that. Alright, overview of this weapon, I would give it a 10 out of 10, 5 out of 5, 5 stars, whatever you want to call it. Great weapon. I love it. Strongly recommend it. It's not heavy. It's not encumbersome. It takes M4 style mags. If you want something that's not an M4 but you want it to be very versatile, I would go with the Masada. It takes M4 style mags, and you know a lot of people in the field have M4s or M16s. You run out of ammo, they run out of ammo, dude, toss you a mag. That feels really good. Makes you feel like you're in Call of Duty or something. Or Battlefield. Better Battlefield. Battlefield's way better, in my opinion. I used to play Call of Duty. Yeah, but there you go. This is the A&K MagPul Masada Airsoft AEG. This gun is on sale for $264, like I said before, on Airsoft GI. But the battery and the magazines, this weapon sells for $361.20 total. And that's with free shipping, ground shipping. So it got it here within a week. And the bag is also through the gift system as well in Airsoft GI. Got it for free because the weapon qualified for the gift system. So it was a $16 bag, got it for free. Alright.